Hey everybody, this is TJ Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly. Our website is NashvilleEntertainmentWeekly.com. We're coming to you from Music Row. We've got a big announcement for a CD release. I'm with
Jill Cinnamon. Who do we have today?
John J. Kennedy.
Now you have a CD coming out, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about 4 months now.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So we've been planning with you behind the scenes. This is the way Nashville works, everybody.
Right.
You're going to perform a song off the CD. What is the song?
The song is called What Would I Do? And we wrote it. I wrote it with Dan Rivers a few years ago. When the 70th anniversary of D-Day, which was the Allies invading France to liberate the French from the Nazis, and so we wrote that song in remembrance of the D-Day soldiers and survivors.
I love the lyrics. I've heard the song a few times. Y'all like it a lot. Y'all check this out.
All right, I'm John J. Kennedy. I'm going to sing a song called What Would I Do? I wrote this song with Dan Rivers. And we wrote it originally for the 70th anniversary of D-Day. And it's about the D-Day survivors. It's called What Would I Do? Grandpa was tougher than a 2-buck T-bone, fought in World War II. Though we never talked about it, was a story that we all knew. How we landed on Omaha Beach, hellfire coming down. Nowhere to run, forced to fight, take the higher ground. I can't imagine how it must have felt standing in his boots. I often think, if it was me, what would I do? Would I have froze in fear, or kept on fighting, gone back for a wounded man? Men crying out, lives slipping away like the tide on the bloody sand. Knowing that God was on his side and praying to get him through. He sacrificed for what was right, but what would I do? Grandpa got lucky, made it home in one piece, a lot of men did not. Their graves are marked by a plain white cross, never to be forgot. They gave themselves futures and dreams for everything they held true, to save the lives of millions of people they never knew. And I can't imagine how it must have felt standing in their boots. I often think, if it was me, what would I do? Would I have froze in fear, or kept on fighting, gone back for a wounded man? Men crying out, lives slipping away like the tide on the bloody sand. Knowing that God was on their side and praying to get them through. They sacrificed for what was right, but what would I do? Heaven must be full of heroes looking down from above. So remember them and be thankful for all they've done for us. 'Cause I can't imagine how it must have felt standing in their boots. I often think, if it was me, what would I do? I often think, if it was me, what would I do?
Man, I really, really, really like that.
It's
I
a
like
great
the song. Let's talk about the songwriters on this.
Sure. It was written with Dan Rivers, and I've written with Dan for quite a while. He lives just outside of New Orleans.
Nice.
And he comes up to Nashville pretty regularly, and we've written some great songs, me and Dan. So
I told you your sound is a little Bruce Springsteen, just a little bit. You got some grit to it.
Yeah,
now you said that you originally didn't plan on being a country artist years ago.
Yeah, I moved to Los Angeles at the time when the whole rock thing was big out there, and I was
In the 80s.
yeah, and I was doing the acoustic guitar harmonica sort of thing, and I was
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, Neil Young sort of thing, and people kept saying, "Yeah, that sounds like country."
Yeah.
And so after a while, I decided, well, maybe I should try to do country on purpose, and
Right.
and then
That should be the title to your CD.
Country on Purpose.
That'd be a really
Yeah.
good world tour.
Yeah.
Country on Purpose.
but it kind of fit because I'm from small town and
You're
Midwest.
Ohio.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we just had this conversation with an artist earlier. There's so much country music out of Ohio. I don't know what's going on.
It's very funny.
So country influences, who did you have?
The classics: Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings.
Yeah. That's definitely the classics, and that's what they're trying to bring back.
Sure.
Let's talk about your CD, because that's actually why
Right.
you're in the studio today. Let's talk about your new CD.
You just had a photo shoot this morning for it,
I
by the
did.
way, right?
It's called There and Back, and it's I conceptualized the CD as an album. In the old days when it had two sides.
We keep albums behind us. I love
Yeah.
albums.
Oh, yeah.
Some people
A little
still-
scratchy, but we have a player up front.
Right.
Albums are great.
Yeah.
So the album tells a story, and side one tells one part of the story.
Right.
Side two tells the other side, and each song is like a chapter
Yeah.
in the
Very
story.
cool.
So it's it's a story that I've wanted to tell for a long time. I've been writing some of these songs for the last 10 years. A lot of them are written in the last year or two. But it's something I'm excited about and something I'm proud of. So I'm thinking people are really going to like
I like it. And what we always tell people is, we're right here. You know where we are right now. We're in the heart of Music Row, where it's all been happening. We're in a 120-year-old building, and we have recording studio below us, above us, and we're up in the front lobby. But what Nashville is really seeking, what country music's seeking, is not these hooks, not the fancy beach videos, dude. They're seeking what you want. You're telling stories, and that song could last 30 years, and somebody would know
Right.
every word. You're hitting the perfect time. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
I'm not just telling you that. So let's talk about square-toed boots. What made you decide to get square-toed boots? Because we were raised on pointed boots.
Yeah, well, I think they're more comfortable.
It's kind of a joke question, but it's a little legitimate.
And, we went to look at, I was shopping for boots.
Uh-huh.
And I had like 6 or 7 pairs that I really liked, you know. And then I started looking at them and I realized, these are all made in China.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that really narrowed the choice down. There were like 2 or 3 pair that were made in the USA. I said, I got to go with the American made.
There
There
you
you
go.
go, man. True American.
And that's
I
kind of
that.
like the heart of your CD too. You're very patriotic.
That's right. Yeah.
Very cool. No, I like the boots too. And then we got on the subject also. We used to wear boots that were slippery on the bottom, so you could do the Texas two-step, and you
Dancing.
could do the Cotton Eye Joe and things like that. And we kind of miss all that. I'm glad it's coming back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fashion's really important.
If
TJ
I had
has his
some-
boots on today.
If I had some money, I would open a big cowboy dance club again. Like I've been to Billy Bob's
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That's fun. Well, let's talk about the CD. What do you kind of foresee that people? What song are they going to relate to?
Well, there's a song. It's actually a song that brought me to Nashville. It's a song called Bacon and Eggs. And when I was in California,
That's cool.
I wrote the song. And I was involved in a songwriters group out on the West Coast called West Coast Songwriters. And they had a big convention. And I played it for a song plugger that was from Nashville. And she heard the song and she told me, she said, I can get that song cut. She said, that song is a hit. So I moved to Nashville shortly after that, and we've pitched it to quite a few artists.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of interest in it, and it's a song about a young man that grows up in a steel town, and can't wait to get away from the steel town. And so he leaves
Right.
home, and then when he comes back, he realizes everything has changed.
He missed it, yeah, and everything's done now.
So the metaphor is bacon and eggs, because bacon and eggs is the smell of the steel mills, and that's what brings in the money in the town. And when that goes away, the town goes away. It's
Yeah.
Wow.
We're hoping the big things are happening for America right now. And
Yeah.
I know that I come from Mississippi, and I just saw last week on 60 Minutes, and this is going to get way off topic, but one of the biggest steel mills in the country is now in the state of Mississippi.
That's right.
A brand new one. So we're glad to see it come back. And I like bacon and eggs, man. I may have had bacon and eggs this morning for breakfast.
Who doesn't like bacon?
So
Right.
I can't wait to get this CD. He didn't bring it with me. It's still being pressed right now. Y'all can go to your website?
Yeah,
And you can get it?
Yeah, it's johnjkennedymusic.com.
We're going to put your link up there. All you got to do for everybody, just click the link. It's going to take you, plus your social media. All your links are there, and the links to actually purchase your music, which we strongly ask you to purchase the music.
Yeah.
If you listen to it, like it, go and buy it,
And you're also, let's talk about Songwriter Nights really fast, because you're out in Nashville. People want to hear you live. Where do they go?
I play the Commodore pretty regularly. I have a round coming up at the Commodore in January and February. I played at the Hotel Preston
Cool.
Nice.
quite often. I've played at the Whiskey Rhythm, which is right down the street.
Oh, yeah.
Directly at our back door.
Yeah.
It's right behind us.
360 Burger, which that they had a songwriter night down
Didn't
there.
know that.
Cool.
Yeah, and
It's the glory of Nashville.
yeah, and Old School Bar and Grill in Franklin.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Played there a bunch. Yeah.
So you play Hermitage, you play Franklin, you play everywhere.
Yeah. Played- And,
And now you're on Nashville Entertainment Weekly. So
Right.
yeah, and we're going to be playing actually at in Mont Eagle at Jim Oliver's Steakhouse.
that will be great.
Nice.
That's coming up in December.
And are all these tour dates, are they on your website so people can see?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, thanks so much for coming in, man.
All
You're
right.
great.
Yeah, such a
and
pleasure
thanks
to
for
meet
working
you.
with us.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to hearing this whole CD, and we may actually go buy it. And we will
Oh, yeah.
take a free one, but we like to support singer-songwriters. So good job, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, this has been TJ Cates with Nashville Entertainment Weekly. Our website again, NashvilleEntertainmentWeekly.com.
Jill Cinnamon.
John J. Kennedy.
Let's go.